The empirical evidence for this book appears to me as all around us, such as in the workplace, in families, etc. How we react to each other, and why certain ways of thinking upset or arouse others can now seem more comprehensible to all. The research contained within this book will have potential applications for career guidance, personal development, corporate recruitment, relationship counseling, psychoanalysis, therapy, learning requirements, pedagogy, matchmaking, networking. Navigating the social world successfully comes through an understanding of some key terms described below. Socion, defined as a full set of the 16 types brought together, or the 16 inter-type interactions between them, a term that can simply mean the social sphere, in reference to the 16 types as a whole, or simply put, as the entire social system. Quadra, defined as a specific grouping of psychological types that share a feeling of comfort, security, confidence, and understanding. Each member may gain feelings of psychotherapeutic and physical comfort, full understanding, and emotional satisfaction. An important concept to understand because it shows how 4 types out of the 16 have similar worldviews and motivational outlooks. In preceding chapters, I will present the various psychological types arranged by quadra, which in turn represents a structural unit of the soción. The analysis of the soción will derive from academic knowledge of socionics and actual experience together with how specific types act similar or different from each other in specific ways. Later on, we will look at the social dynamics between psychological types in more depth, exploring how certain types of relationship may come across to us as more or less favorable than others in a given situation. As you will likely discover, no good or bad type exists per se, although with 16 unique ways of interpreting and metabolizing information about the world around us, some will no doubt have a unique advantage in particular situations. Each psychological type has specific small and big strengths to make use of in the right context with others. A population census measuring the distribution of psychological types may reveal that some seem to exist more abundantly than others, and with good reason, as I will now explain. Somehow or another, society seems to have the right amount of what it needs in terms of psychological types. For example, it may require 2 strong thinkers with 5 able doers in order to complete the task of designing and building a bridge across a lake. This equates to the makings of a corporation, whereby a group of people get assembled for the purpose of bringing an idea into reality through teamwork. Hopefully, you will realize that associating yourself with a psychological type does not completely define you, since your unique character allows you to essentially override it. A constant balancing act then arises between asserting your uniqueness and acting in alignment with your hardwired psyche and resulting behaviors. Typology, the study and classification of individuals into types, provides the perspective to understand your behavior, habits, and interpretation of the world, which in turn helps your self-discovery. I found that an appreciation for psychological types remains a useful tool for nurturing personal development and facilitating better social world understanding. This book equates to my unique interpretation of socionics, whereby I have derived the core concepts and developed them further to make them more intuitive. Since socionics itself approximates to a decentralized field of study, there remains ample room for further discussion and modernizing of this theorem. Before we move on to the next section, I thought it worth mentioning that socionics sometimes gets labeled as pseudoscience, perhaps by those whom prefer to avoid modeling human behavior and psychology in depth. I believe, however, that with recent advances in cognitive research and neuroscience, there lies a great opportunity to test the predictions made by socionics. I therefore consider socionics as a young but emerging science in need of further research. I would kindly ask you, the reader, to examine this book carefully, with an open mind, and see where it takes you in better understanding yourself and those around you.